Fingers crossed this works. Bottoms up. I think I'm in my happy place.
As you can see, it's pretty late, and that's because I wanted to come at nighttime. I've just come straight from the gym, and today we're at Sainsbury's. Continuing this £1 challenge, I have found it pretty difficult, as if you've watched the last 3 episodes, you will know. And that's going to some of the cheaper stores. Sainsbury's, I think, is right in like a kind of mid-tier in terms of expense. There's one item that we need to get here today, and if we can find just that one item, it's going to set the precedent for all 3 meals that we're going to have. Anyway, that being said, it's late. The store closes in 20 minutes. Let's get in there. Sainsbury's at this time of night was great. It was super quiet. It took a lot to walk past that Lindor. I headed straight to aisle 15, the home baking, to pick up my master ingredient, self-raising flour. The fruit and veg section was looking so bare, but before I knew it, I had a familiar looking basket. Eventually I settled on garlic being my last item, but I still had 4 pence left, so I upgraded my banana, paid my £1, went home, and slept ready for the morning. Here's Cleo, looking regal.
Good morning everyone. It's now time to put those ingredients to good use. So again, we got to exactly £1, and I mean, my basket probably looks a little bit familiar, right? At this point, we're almost getting the same things, but I got my flour for 45p. I got this big banana, not a bad size, for 16 pence. A single potato for 15p. And a bulb of garlic. The flour is going to form the base of absolutely every single meal that we make. I'll probably be using all of it today. But yeah, it's breakfast time. Obviously going to use a banana, so let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, so this is quite an easy one. Mash up your bananas, half a cup of flour, quarter of a cup of water, little bit of salt, and mix. And then just fried them for maybe 5 minutes or so on each side. Flip, 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 serve, serve, serve.
Well, there we have it. Banana pancakes that cost almost nothing to make. Absolutely great, and we made 3 of them out of so little. I'm going to try one by itself. Bottoms up. I'm really impressed with this. I was looking forward to the Sainsbury's episode because I knew that Sainsbury's are like one of the only places that sell those little bags of flour for like 45 pence. I knew I would buy that, and then we had 55p left to play with. And Sainsbury's is great for that because you can buy a load of individual things. I'm really happy with this. This tastes great. But look, as tasty as these are, your guys' comments made me think that maybe I don't need to just eat everything almost like bland as it is like this. I've come up with something new just to make these a little bit tastier for myself. Provided I'm making the bulk of it with the £1. So I have made these. Like all of you, me included, we've got things like yogurt, honey, jam, just in our cupboards that just stays there. I don't think there's anything wrong with putting a little bit of summer on it, you know? So I'm just gonna try with a bit of maple syrup. And I say a bit, I'm one of these people who likes a lot of maple syrup. Elevator. Now I've noticed a lot of you wonderful people that have been watching aren't subscribed. If you've seen any of the other challenges as well as this one, then please do give them a watch. Please do hit that subscribe button. You'd be doing me such a huge favour as we try and grow this channel. But you guys have been amazing so far, and I'm so thankful. So thank you already. For lunch, I've made a little dough baby. This was really easy to make. Possibly one of the simplest breads I think I've ever made. I literally just put 300 grams of the self-raising flour in a bowl, a little bit of salt, then 150 grams of water, a couple of tablespoons of oil. Kneaded that together for about 5 minutes, and we got this. Normally you'd let bread rise, right? This has the rising agent in it. We're not using yeast or anything like that, so there's no point in leaving it to rise. This is quite a small loaf, being only 300 odd grams or so. Normally I'd use maybe 500 grams of flour and then it would rise. It's going in the oven for 220 degrees for 25, 30 minutes, something like that. But hopefully it'll be quite a decent bread. And then we've made bread for literally pennies. Fingers crossed this works. Alright, so the bread is ready. And you know what? This isn't the worst looking loaf in the world. I mean, look at it. Considering we just made this out of a bit of flour, water, and salt, a bit of oil, this looks great. You know a loaf is done if It sounds hollow in the middle. Alright, we're suitably cooled now. I can handle it. Let's get this cut and try this baby. Right, so it's got a little bit of a crumbly texture, but the bits that have fallen off, the flavour, honestly, it's not that bad. Let's try a bit just by itself with no butter or anything like that. It's a good bread. It's a really decent loaf. I'm gonna toast some of it as well. Right, we're all toasted up, and you know what? It toasts up quite well. Honestly, it's simple, but it's really effective. Like I said at the start, we've made all of these meals for less than £1 so far. If you've got something left over in your cupboard, if you were to make this, obviously you're gonna put it on top, right? So this bread is great. This toast, it toasts really well. My favorite topping for toast, peanut butter and jam. I'm gonna put that on these. And this bread, best thing as well, this bread is gonna last you a few days. Got my peanut butter and jam on it. That's a lot nicer than a lot of shop bought breads. You could buy that flour for 45p. I use 300 grams, you could use 500 grams and then maybe 250 mils of water. You want to use half the amount. You make a bigger loaf and it will last you all week, and you've made it for 45p, which is nothing. I think I'm in my happy place. Also no yeast, that makes it vegan, right? So it's a very vegan-y day that we're having today. I think dinner might be vegan as well. And this, my friends, is what we've made for dinner. I've never made gnocchi before, but it was actually pretty easy. Just boil the potato, you then peel it, mix it with a load of flour, knead it together, and you do the whole rolling on the end of the fork thing. Then you boil it. I've added butter as a pantry ingredient alongside my oil, salt and pepper. It's all in like a butter garlic sauce that I've coated the gnocchi in. Yeah, that actually tastes like gnocchi and it's so good. And we made a little bit of garlic bread using the bread we made earlier. Now I will say, the first time I cooked the gnocchi, I forgot to take a picture of it or a video, but it was awful. It just turned into mush, and I think that's because I didn't use enough flour. So I used what was left of the flour and just put it all in, and it turned out so much better in my second batch, and it's actually held its shape, and I think that's really, really good. I did use a bit of parsley from the garden, I'm not gonna lie. I have decided that for M&S and Waitrose, we're gonna do a £2 challenge instead of £1. We've got 4 left to go, which will be the next 4 weeks after this. I have put a poll in the community section, so please, please, please do vote on that poll and let me know where you think we should go. Now we've got Asda, Morrison's, Waitrose and M&S left. Sort of by Tuesday, Wednesday next week, whichever one has the most votes is exactly where we're gonna go and do the next challenge. I'm gonna easily enjoy and finish all of this. As always, huge thank you guys. Hit that sub button if you haven't already, and I'll see you next week to continue this challenge. See you later.